Here we go. Evening, Broomstick. How the heck are ya? Happy freaking Friday to you, bud. Okay, let's slowly spread meat for meat. And then we'll plant our grass. Keep that out, Nanny. I finally watched that most recent video you sent me. About little Johnny. Well, it kind of looks like it's crooked, but as long as it works, I'm not going to stress about it too much. Yeah, it's activated. It's yeah, it's spreading. Okay. All right. So we'll knock out the slurry spreading and the seeding of this field really quick because we're going to be down on 17 picking up hemp windrow for most of the night probably because there's a lot to do. Not worried about possibility of missing some on the sides. Doesn't need to be picture perfect. I'm pretty much over fertilizing this field by the time I get done when I seed. But it's a grass field, so I'm not going to be that worried about the yield. It'll just be that much longer until I need to do this again. Just getting my Friday night streaming on. Fred and Gabe's favorite liquid. Poop water. He'll be here soon enough, I'm sure. Gee, I wonder where my GPS lines are. Because they're totally not obvious with VCA. Well, you know, I mean, I don't have the poop expert here. She has seen, oh, there she is. She has seen this vehicle and she likes the capacity I put on it. It has met her approval. Hello, Gabe. We totally weren't like talking crap. Literally. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm one of the nicest people on the planet. You jerk. I know, right? That sounds like made up something. That's fantasy. I am using one of Gabe's favorite mods, though. VCA. E40. So this is an edited version of the Oxbo we have in-game already. But the Oxbo pack with the new grape harvester, the new windrower, and the new slurry and manure spreaders comes out, well, Monday for those of us who have the Giants version of the game, Tuesday for everybody else. It's only $5 if you pre-order it before Monday. And it goes up to like $6. exclamation mark Oxbo will help you get the link to help the channel if you haven't got it yet. I'm just saying. 5 likes so far, not bad. Good job, guys. I thought we had 17 last night. We ended up with 16. I don't know what happened. Somebody doesn't like me anymore. She is mean stick, so So is D40 working on the getting the multi-action tonight or something? Because I would love to see what it looks like scrambled on YouTube. That would be epic. So she did like 3? She did 3 miles an hour? Who was pushing her? Two and a half. Oh, okay. Well, I tried to give her a little bit more credit. Pete survived the heist. Nobody else. I didn't get in on that one, so. Okay. And I just thought of something, Gabe, that I might want to try to see if I can get my Stream Deck buttons to work on the YouTubes. I was just thinking about it right now. When I first connected my Stream Deck to YouTube, I don't think I had the custom URL yet. The youtube.com/RobDTitanGaming. It just has my email. I wonder if I change that to the URL, if it'll work. Worth a shot, right? See if we can do it. Well, we'll see what we can do before Sunday and see what happens on Sunday. So we will slurry spread, plant the grass, and then we're going to sleep. And then first thing in the morning, we can start the picking up of the hemp windrow on 17. And that's going to be a lot. I'm curious about that too. And since we possibly are going to have a lot of stuff to do tomorrow night and possibly Sunday night if we don't get it all done tomorrow night, I might skip voice tonight because we're definitely going to be in voice tomorrow night, it looks like. So hey Roughneck, you have a hole in your backyard about 15 feet deep. Who are you burying? And wow, do you really want them gone? I think his mother-in-law's visiting, Gabe. Be my guess. That's the spot of Gabe's. Alright. That works. How you doing tonight, Roughneck? Yeah, well, I know how that is. I just remind myself, well, at least I'm on the correct side of the dirt. So, there's that. All I had to do was lower it and it turned both parts on. Well, the map that we have on my server for Farm Sim is apparently getting a big update tomorrow. So my plans for doing some trucking this weekend after streams might get put on hold because we might have some stuff to do on the back end to get it ready for my server. So, bleh. I want to do some coast to coast. I guess we could do a coast to coast convoy tomorrow night. What do y'all think? Since like everybody in here is RDT right now. Is Brewstick's server treating you like Airburgers treats Gabe? Well, we'll give it the old college try, or in Gabe's case, community college. But yeah. Oh, I don't need the map updated for that. I can take care of that myself. Yeah, I don't put much thought into Gertie and holes. At least, not when I'm trying to keep my dinner down. Although 15 feet does sound about right. Come on, autosave. There you go. Roughneck knows what I was talking about. No, more like a black hole. Things go in there and they're never seen again. Well, I tell you what, Pete, we'll test the hole by throwing my bot in there. How's that? Do it, do it, anyways. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Okay, 10 likes. Off to a really good start, guys. I like it. Oh, wow, hey, the work camera thing's working finally. Cool. I'm sure we can think of something else. All right, I like it. About time I got that mod working right. pretty cool. Rabid Roberto, what's up again, my friend? I made a comment about it being like Robception or something today during the Farm Sim show, and as I was typing that, another Rob like subscribed to Clutch's YouTube channel at the same time, so there was like 3 of us at that point. The perfect question for Gabe. Speak slowly, Pete. That's Gabe's speed. Slowly. I'm not off right now. That'll be more handy when I'm like seeding or when I'm picking up the hemp windrow on 17 so I can see if I'm missing or not. You can never have too many Robs. It ain't because you're old, Moose. It's because you're married, and once you said I do, she says, no, you don't. Youngster. I bet Rob's a youngster. The big 5-0 was a year and a half away ago for me. This thing doesn't have a very tight turning radius. Moose wouldn't like it. It doesn't have 7 wheels up front. Pete's looking down the barrel of the big 4-0 before he worries about the big 5-0. It's 8:24 here, Rob, and not everybody's in bed yet, but I live in one of those. One of those 55 and older communities. That's where I live. I'm not quite old enough to technically be here, but since my mother is and I take care of her, I'm here. But yes, it's nice and quiet here. So, so 10 likes in the first half hour of the stream. That's pretty good. I like that. That's a good start. Huh. Yeah. Moose wouldn't know anything about butthead neighbors. Would you, Moose? So, so Pete, my initial guess about uh, that hole in your backyard being for your mother-in-law kind of hit close to home. Oh, there it is. Camera got turned it around. I saw you trying to hide over here. There's no hiding from me. I always win. Put it right, Moose? Ugh. Look, I don't mind people playing their kind of music, even playing it kind of loudly during reasonable hours. Because I wouldn't want them saying anything about me playing my music if I was playing it relatively loud. But yeah, 24 hours a day on the weekends, no, no. Okay. A few more passes in the slurry spreading to be done. Then we'll seed and sleep. And then get to work on that windrow. That'll work. Yay, 11 likes. Yeah. Well then, at that point, Adam. Oof. Forty. Oh, when I lived in Oregon, I had neighbors that I absolutely did not like. D4 BDAO. I gotta screenshot that for her. That's what? Copy. Whoops. No. Copy, not saved. There you go. There we go. Just remember who you're trying to talk to about that, Pete. I just love how Gabe's multi-actions just get all jumbled over here. They work fine on Twitch. That's just plain old Gaberish there, B40. Thankfully, seeding this field will go much faster because we're going to be seeding with a much wider implement. And we've got the Big Bud and the Borgo all set up to go. We just got to finish slurrying. The Borgo is like a 36 meter lumen. .5, 30 and a half meters. Yeah, I'm not using the DB120, so that would be 36 meters. That's actually wider than the Borgo, but I wanted to use something I haven't used a lot in a while. The Big Bud and the Borgo are two things I haven't used a lot in a while, so. Yeah, Gabe would use the .5. And still miss stuff. Hey, Pete and I survived the heist. Ooh, I survived the heist. Well, Gabe, you were wondering what it would look like trying to give D40 the multi-action on YouTube. Now you know. I do have a few things I'm wanting to edit that aren't, part of Canyon Crossing that I might work on tonight after stream, and I'll let you know when they're on the drive if I get them done. Like the RGM animal pens. Really? Hmm. Ah, poor Spooky. He didn't even get a 22, so I can't even push the button. He got a 21. You know what, Spooky? I'm sure at some point in time before I had the button, you rolled a 22 somewhere along the line, so what the heck?
Oh, you see this guy? See this guy? Number one bullshit guy. He do the wee woo because he have to go in front of the traffic. Look what I do. 22 and he do wee woo.
There we go. You're welcome, Spooky. Gabe's sitting there thinking, he never does stuff like that for me.
Bruh.
What can I say? Spooky special. I don't see D40 jumping on board anytime quick with Gabe on there. Ooh. So Roughneck, myself, Spooky, and Hacker stick through Pete overboard. See? Uh-huh. Sorry, Captain Pete. Blame Gabe. And Adam got voted Gabe? You were so mean. What the heck, man? Shame on ya. Right? Probably can't breathe. She's so happy she killed Pete. Larky Bar. She's not denying anything. I think she is very happy that she threw you over in the heist. She's done nothing to deny it. Yeah, I don't care if the slurry applicator misses a little bit. Every night, Clark Bar. Every night. Meanest pirate in Farm Sim. Well, glad to hear your knee's doing better, dude. Nice, look at that. Perfect. Ouch. Good! Exclamation mark and heist still works. Doesn't do anything, but it's funny as hell. good enough for moi. Roughneck exclamation mark unheist is just a joke. It doesn't actually do anything. It's just for a laugh. It doesn't take you out of the heist. I mean, exclamation mark D40 with how much truth it tells about banana bread does more than exclamation mark unheist. Oh, look at that. Hacker stick survived again. What a shock. Even with a bum wheel, Clark Bar, you probably were still able to outrun her. She is slow stick after all. Now with PF, I don't expect this to use much solid fertilizer because I've already fertilized it like twice. But that's fine. This is more about getting the grass in the ground. That didn't work. Okay. So apparently the camera mod won't work on this particular setup. Okay. It worked on the last one though. Nope. Okay. Really, bot? 1 second? Yeah, Clark Bar 86 rolled an 86. Youngsters. I mean, not like, well, got Granny sticking here, but yeah, the funny thing is, Clark Bar, Pete shares his birthday with DJ Moose and 4B Gaming. They're all on June 20th. And my brother's the 18th. We believe that she was born in August, but she's so old I don't think they had calendars as we know them back then. We just have to guesstimate. Mine? February. Day before Valentine's Day. Yeah. Well, I guess we both know when our parents did celebrations, I guess. $11 likes. That's great, guys. I'm very happy with that. My friend and his then wife tried to have their baby on New Year's Day. Tried to have her be the first of the new year. She missed out on being the first of the new year by 5 minutes. Somebody else beat them by 5 minutes. One year for Father's Day, my dad told me that me finally learning how to ride a two-wheeler without training wheels when I was a little kid was one of the best Father's Day gifts he ever got. Now, he told me this when I was an adult, and I said to him, you could have saved me a crap load of Father's Day gifts all these years if you'd have said something years ago? Yeah, thanks, Pop. Looks good. Looks real good. A friend of mine's birthday is, well, I've got one that's two friends that are 2 days before Christmas. one that's on Christmas, and another one that's in the community who shall remain nameless is exactly 2 weeks before Christmas. So, all easy to remember. Mr. Bleeker! Ugh. Ouch, Pete. Ouch. Yeah, I know. This chair kind of sags more than it used to. And I forget that it makes me a little bit lower than it used to. So, yeah. But sometimes for my bad back, it's more comfortable to lean forward. But then you guys can't see me, so yeah. All that's gonna happen when I think of the pictures you sent me, only thing's coming up is my freaking dinner. Believe me, my chicken wings and mac and cheese tasted better the first time. I don't want to think about them pictures, especially a couple of them. It takes a truly deprived individual to reimagine Gertie as a Victoria's Secret angel. Oh, good, the stone picker's done. Hey, everybody survived that heist. Spooky, hacker stick, Pete, congrats. Reason why everybody survived is because I didn't get on it. What? Gabe ate pizza tonight? Oh, come on, that can't be right. No way.
Pizza, pizza.
Yeah. We was talking about being in holes and Gertie earlier before you got here. We don't make those connections around here. Bag of sun chips and a Mountain Dew. Well, it's better than tacos from a certain place there, Adam. If you know what I mean. Hopefully you're at least able to get a voodoo. It is that time of the year. Oh, 2 Mountain Dews. All right, there you go. Double fist in the dew. I mean, it's Friday. Oh, really? Yeah, I found a couple of, I found 20 ounces yesterday at Walmart. That's why I was able to have one last night. I got a regular one for myself and a zero sugar for Mama D Titan. Last I knew, she hasn't tried it yet. She keeps asking me, what's it taste like? I'm like, voodoo? You see that, Gabe? All of these people having soda for dinner. Uh, anytime, Adam? Yours was not for kids. Couple of shots and a Gertie's taco. 'Cause you gotta have the tequila before you can have the taco. Just because of the smell. Didn't realize that Keith was such an aficionado of fish taco. See, I like using the Big Bud. I like the 747. I think that's what this one is. The big Bud. Yeah. But it only goes 19 miles an hour. It's like Gabe speed. I've raced against Gabe before, Keith, and I can tell you that's not really true. Did 3 hours of the bale stacking challenge one night. Gabe wins once at the end of the night, and you'd have thought she'd like dominated the night when she was so proud of herself and happy. Like, really? At least I got plenty of headland room for turning around on this with this thing. I think I have the seatbed reconsolidation mod active, so it should be automatically rolling as I go. But I did download some nice rollers and mulchers today from the mod hub. And it's a grass field, so I'm not that worried about it. I'm thinking, Gabe, I want to get the Stream Element spot set back up again, but for YouTube, not for Twitch. Well, for this map, this isn't even really that big of a field because it was 2 fields in order to be this size. So rolling is just something I've never really worried that much about, or mulching. I'm trying to branch out my gameplay a little bit to give me more things to do, especially for streams, to give me more content. I mean, at least with this, you know, I can see a visible difference considering how dark it gets. And that's the thing for me is I'm a very visual person. If I do something and it doesn't look any different, I lose interest in bothering to do it. This is going to be a dedicated grass field, so come on, autosave. Ugh. Well, at least now with this field being done, it won't be long until we can get some sheep. And then we'll have wool. And I know there's a few cotton fields already on the map that I can harvest. And we can get our clothing going. Fabric and then clothing. Once we get the hemp windrow picked up off of 17, we will concentrate on just the crops we need for pig food so we can get piggies going. And we'll be in really good shape. One of the nice parts about raising pigs is going to be the free manure and slurry that we're going to get that we can use as fertilizer. So, Gabe, do you like the new numbers I decided to do for the food on the animal pens, or do you think I should go higher? Okay. Good. I mean, we'll still have to keep his separate from the one I did because he's got his set up for the extra animal types he has on the map, but at least it'll have some of the features and stuff that one we're using in single player has. Yeah, we'll have to find out tomorrow what those many more things are. We'll just make a list and split it and get cracking. Here it comes. Want that dang fairgrounds done. Boo! Boo! I'm getting border and border with the idea, Gabe. Probably not on there either. I just hope if he does an update after premium comes out, that's it. If he can be done after premium comes out, I'll be happy. $13 likes, not bad for the first half of the stream, guys. But we're almost done. It'll be dark on here soon. One more pass ought to do it. The Red River Clutch was on in 19 was a different Red River. That was by DJ Modding. That was only a 4X. Because that one had the border that you got to cross to go between the US and Canada. There are some maps, and I think they're all by like meal or something like that, that don't have borders on them, which is a pain in the butt. We added borders to a couple of them that I play. I think Red River was one of them. But yeah. Gots to be careful or you end up in the abyss. Don't know how somebody can take all the time and effort to make a map so big and then not put a border on it. Like, really? Ah, the light at the end of the tunnel. Very grassy tunnel. Yeah. Oh, I've played several maps like that. I just think that's very terrible, lazy modding to go through all that work to make such a big map. Beautiful maps, a lot of them, and then not put a border on them. I mean, it's bad enough when you get like a really nice looking map and the outside of the border that you look at, like here you see those mountains and that water outside the border. I mean, it's not the most picturesque, highly detailed mountain range you could have outside of a map, but at least it's something. I don't like the maps where there's nothing. Okay, grass field is ready to go. Which is great. Yeah, same. So we'll park this guy down at the other end. Go collect our worker who had been stone picking. Cut off probably... probably set off like a lime truck. And then I'm going to sleep, and then we're going to go pick up 10th Wind Row. Good. Just took a while or something. Not sure why. We'll see what happens once we update his enhanced animal. shouldn't mess things up. Yeah, Clutch played a Red River Valley in 19 where you had a farm site in town in the US and you could cross the border and there would be more farm and town in Canada. That was a pretty good map. And then you've got Morris Red River. Yeah, that was DJ Moddingate, yeah. Well, I don't know what happened. Keith, DJ Modding had said a while back he was going to bring his other maps from 19 over to 22, and then didn't. He stopped. I haven't seen or heard anything from him in a while. He just kind of disappeared. And since Red River came out so late in 19, I didn't get to play it much. I didn't play it much before 22 came out, and I just didn't bother with it. I want to bother with it. I want to play it. I might have to go back to 19. Yeah, he did UMRV, and he did yeah. But I don't know. I don't know what happened to him after that. This need is, oh, it definitely needs lime. Okie dokie. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not in the map conversion business. I'm not quite there yet. All right, off you go, buddy. Do you know what you're doing or where you're going? Because right now I'm not sure you do. Crank that wheel. There you go. Turn, 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 turn. Okay. Oh, looks like you're figuring it out after all. Okay. Now start spreading. Come on. Thank you. Idiots. Oh, but look at that. The pH and the nitrogen over here is nice. Needs rolling. Fuck you. Sorry, I cough. I did not swear on YouTube. Ah. Nope. There we go. Yay, the grass is starting to grow. I got to move my harvesters off the field before I start. Before I start picking up the windrow. Yes. So he does really good maps. Yeah, I don't know what happened to him, Keith. He kind of vanished. All right, harvesters, you did a very good job with your hemp harvesting skills. Get you guys off the field here. Yeah, you know what? You got too much work to do to drive. 13 miles an hour. Oops, wrong one. Perfect. One more. Still gotta move you. Okay. There. That should be all of those. Let's get to work. Nope. I said drop. Why didn't you drop? I'm not picking up windrow with hang up. Come on. Oh, you stupid. Why are you turning off as soon as I drop? Come on. Fine. You don't want to work? We're going to replace you. I think that's one I bought before we did the update, Gabe. Or you did the update, technically. But before we realized it needed the update. Because that's one of those. Yeah, I think that's what the problem was this time as well. Let's try it now. Same loading wagon, same configuration, just brand spankily new. Now, I don't think the AI nodes in the i3Ds got done, because it does not want to recognize that it's 100 meters. But we can deal with that. There we go. Now we're rocking and or rolling. Plenty of hemp fiber to pick up tonight. Probably won't even get to all of it tonight. But we're going to work on it. All right, Pete. Thanks for the alert. Catch you tomorrow night, bud. Obviously, Gabe, I don't need a silage additive tank for this because I'm not going to be raising any cows, so additive didn't matter, so. But yeah, selling it and buying a new one's all it took. Yeah, sheep are just hand grass. Pigs can take carrots and rye. They can also, yeah, rye. Sugar beet cut, carrot. Okay. Not really a lot different. Hey, what are you skipping for? No, 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 no. I'm not going to get that worried about getting every little bit on the whole field. It'll drive me crazy and I'll be here forever. See, I'm just going to get the bulk of it. The big field. I'll be out here forever picking up hemp windrow if I do that. Even at 100 meters. We will use guided steering instead of the other, since enhanced vehicle doesn't want. I recognize it. A little bit easier to know we're locked in. uh, Sorry, Spook. Ooh, well, that'll make up for it. So, Spooky lost on gamble, won on slots. Clark won on gamble, lost on slots. Okay then. Hey, Chris. $14 likes tonight, guys. I like it. Good job. Uh, okay. Doing much better. Doing very well. We just got one little pass over there to make, and then we can do the top part of the field over there at the end. And then we can pretty much go back and forth the entire length of the field quite a bit. Getting several rows all at once. Again, not gonna worry about it if I miss a little tiny bits here and there. I'm already getting quite a bit of hemp windrow off of this field, and I've barely even started. This might be something I finish up off stream so that we can move on from this field to the next stage for it. Because otherwise it's going to get really boring on stream all the time, picking up windrow from this field. Okay, let's do some up and downs here real quick. We'll pick up tonight on stream, but probably finish up off stream. Next stream when we're on here, we will likely be putting down different types of spinneries that I have that I'm going to use. Some animal pens. Start buying some animals. At least the sheep, as we work on pig food. Because we'll work on the pig food, get the pigs. We won't need the fertilizer from them much before then, so that'll be alright. We'll have plenty of time to get that done. I'm glad I decided not to start a series on American Falls yet, because I'm not going to mod anymore. Lancy Boy is doing an update that's going to require a new save. Now I know some of the things he's going to be working on are good fixes, but we'll see how long he stays quit. Where's Moose? This is one of his favorite songs. So I'm able to get about 7 rows at a time with this 100-meter wagon, so that's pretty good. Middle-aged British guy, NZ. What's up, buddy? Except the fact that I need another soda. I thank you, Cruise Control, for just keeping on working while I do that. Back in plenty of time before you drive into the river. What? What you spit taking for, huh? What's the matter, you, huh? My Italian heritage is coming out. Reminds me of the night when we were on Twitch, Gabe, talking about headsets and controllers, and I mentioned to Red Dirt Ranch, who was hanging out in chat, that you were wireless, and I made him spit out his Copenhagen. Hey, oopies. All right, Gabe. All right. $15 likes tonight, guys. I like it. That's awesome.
Giggity giggity, giggity goo. Stick around.
Really? 3 of those is a loss? Huh. Learn something new every day. All slots on YouTube are stupid. Hi, Chris. Hey. "15 likes. We had 16 last night, so that's pretty good tonight, guys. I like it." The more likes we get, the more my channel gets suggested to other people. And the more that happens, the better chance we have to grow. And I'm all for that. I can't believe how much we've picked up and still at 0%. I wonder if Gabe saw what I rolled while she was gone and what I got in slots. Yeah, didn't realize that in slots, 3 of those is a loss. But I do now. I learn something new every day. also learned that we tied last night's number of likes with 16. Woohoo! That's to do the YouTube things. The likes and the subs and the yeah. Okay, so now we're gonna go all the way down to the bottom of the field and start our back and forths down at the bottom and work our way up. So we're gonna go all the way down and go back and forth starting down here because we didn't get this part yet, so we can finish with this little section right there when we finally get up there working from down here going up. That's the plan. That is the plan as of right now. Can't believe with all that we've picked up, we still haven't hit 1% of this loading wagon yet. Yeah, we might have a slightly insane capacity on this wagon. Not sorry. That's gonna make picking up like this entire field no problem. I'll be very happy when I'm able to get a new chair. I might have to lower my monitor down a little bit so the camera is not quite so high. That might help. Don't care that you're missing a little bits here and there. I'm not gonna let my OCD kick in because there's just too much field to mess with. You're just gonna get out under. I could set up a greenhouse for lettuce. There's carrots on the map anyways. And instead of feeding my sheep grass, I could feed them hay. I could use the bunny production, but I don't know. It's extra work, but we'll see how things start going. I think this will do it. Alt N, Alt Home, Alt X. Drop. Get the line at. I think he's over there in the grass. Yeah. Okay, I think that'll work. Okay. Looks like we're good. Off we go. One thing I need to learn how to do over here on YouTube, Gabe, is raid out, or whatever they call it on YouTube. So if somebody else is going, we could go say hi to somebody else, but they might return the favor sometime and all that kind of stuff. Redirect. Sure. Sure. That sounds right. I don't know. YouTube's weird. They can't copy what Twitch calls it. So, yeah. Woohoo! 17 likes. There we go, folks. That's what I'm talking about. Rooster. Mr. Rooster. You know, I did see your post, Rooster, about somebody helping you with folders for Farm Sim. But the person who's good at teaching that, really, that's Gabe, really. She's better at it than I am, I think, for teaching that stuff. So maybe we can talk her into giving you a little bit of a how to meet up with you in voice sometime and walk you through it. She taught Brewstick Carl and Spooky how to do it. Do you? Okay. Well, if you have any more questions, just tag Gabe, and she can help you, or help you figure out maybe some shortcuts, little tricks, kind of stuff. Oh, hey, Gabe, I didn't buy any more voodoo today at the store, but when I went to Walmart today, I did get some of the Lucky Charms minis. The little pieces of cereal and the little marshmallows, they're teeny tiny. But good. I needed cereal anyways, so I'm like, okay. Well, with regular Lucky Charms, you get like the oat cereal, I guess they call it. Is the regular cereal pieces that comes with the marshmallows. With the minis, they're more like little balls of like corn, kind of like corn pops, but not exactly. But they're little round and yellow like that. So a little different than normal Lucky Charms. What I meant to get and try when I found them a while back, if I ever find them again, I'm gonna get them. They had in bags at the grocery store just the marshmallows from Lucky Charms. I was like, huh? If that's the case, then I might get some of those to add to my cereal sometime. Kind of liven up some cornflakes or something sometime. Yeah, that's easily doable, Rooster. We can show you how to set up folders for this server and for that server and for single player, you know. I'm looking forward to the Oxbo pack on Monday. I really am. The more I see of it, the more I'm starting to kind of like it. I've got like 10 different profiles, so that's, you know, up to 20 saves each, so I could have up to, I'm not using a full, but up to 200 game saves. Yeah, I've had those. In 19, I'd have one for Farmer Men, one for Clutch, one for, well, in 22 mostly I had one for Dual Survival when I was going on there with 4B. I had one at one point for Trucker Matson when I did some stuff with him. Boy, at this rate, I'm not going to have a whole lot to do for Hemp Windrow off stream. I'm actually getting a lot more done than in a short period of time than I thought. That's great. Being able to get 7 rows at once helps. Yes, you are, Rooster, and we'll help you get there. You'll be all set up and ready to rock and roll with very few issues before you know it. We'll we'll have you enjoying all the PC perks before you know it. I want to see something when I get to the end of this row. I want to see if he did something on here like he did on like OCL. This Kaz has that kind of sense of humor. Nope. Aww. On that black background back there on Old Country Life, Kaz has like a picture of like Wile E. Coyote from Looney Tunes like splatted against the wall. Aww. Sad face. It's funny though. Nice. Well, we're gonna get you in on some of ours eventually too. Probably do some Friday night shenanigans. Maybe multiplayer with the emergency pack, putting out bale fires and car accidents and stuff like that. Bale stacking challenge, because we can't do worse than DJ Goham. I'm looking forward to when we start doing speed runs. Those are going to be fun. Those will be crossplay, for sure. When I hit 500 subs, we're going to start some 12-hour streams. Nice, Rooster. Nice. So they've already announced the next 3 states for ATS? Because we knew they'd announced Kansas, so that's got to be soon. And they announced, what, North Dakota? And now Arkansas. They're getting busy in ATS. They're just cranking them out. Nebraska, Nebraska, and now in Kansas, and now Arkansas. They announced Arkansas earlier this week. So it can be. Depends on how you drive. It can be a very relaxing game. Just sit back and just cruise. Yeah, 3 states in the works right now. I think they're picking up the pace a little bit on some of these because of not a whole lot in the middle section of the U.S., to be honest. So that way they can get more out there to get to some of the rest. I heard they're saving New York State, especially upstate New York, for dead last. After they do all of Canada, all of Alaska, Hawaii, Puerto Rico, everything else connected, they're going to do the bottom half of New York and save upstate New York for dead last. Because nobody's worried about getting upstate New York in Truck Sim. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Let's see. Streamlabs. Display capture. Hitting. Yeah, doing pretty good. We'll get a couple more passes in probably tonight before we call it quits. Right. That's exactly what it is, Rooster. And I totally get it, totally understand, and yeah. But that's part of the fun. And then once you know what to do with it, yeah, you'll have lots of fun ahead of you. Is that because we're on YouTube and you're trying to keep the language clean, Jones, or are you just turning over a totally new leaf? Because that's not like you. I'm just saying. I mean, at least I didn't say to Gabe, they're gonna do like Australia and New Zealand truck simulator first. Yeah. He's like, ask me tomorrow night and I'll tell you because you'll be on Twitch. Hold that thought, Jones. There is Truck World Australia, yes. But is it as good as like ATS and ETS2? I mean, really? Maybe they should just do like a New Zealand pro mods for like ETS2, like a mod map of Australia and New Zealand. Drive to the airport, board the plane, drive your truck onto a big old cargo jet. He likes you. He just said that you're number one. Twice. Well, I gotta watch it again. The Formal Pickle did, it was a few months ago, easy, a video on a different truck sim game. Like, you get out and you walk around and, like, check your truck before you get in it. Like, it was a bit more immersive. You're not always pretty much behind the wheel of your truck. You can get out and do a few things. I want to check that out and see what the buzz is all about on that. You're going to grab those little piles, then I'm going to go ahead and keep going. There we go. Lock it in, drop it down, and off we go again. Yeah. And there was the precursor to ATS and ETS by SDS Software that was, what was it, 18 Wheels of Steel or something. It wasn't that bad, but this game, though, that Formal Pickle played looked pretty good. Ah, spooky. Yes. 18 wheels was the pre-ATS. I never played it personally, but it was the pre-ATS. It's funny. When I lived at my old house, that's when I bought my wheel. And I never hooked it up to my PS4 for any of the games because I didn't really have good space to do it. Now that I live where I am now and have good space to do it, I still haven't hooked it up to my console. Yeah, that's kind of what Joe Anders was saying, which is wild. Oh, I've still got my consoles. I've still got my Wii, my GameCube. Yeah. My PS3, my PS4. Oh yeah. Anymore, my PS4 is my Disney Plus player. We're rocking and rolling pretty good here, kids. Well, you know, we just had the anniversary of 9/11, and like a lot of people that were old enough to remember that day, I know where I was that day, and my brother woke me up that morning to tell me vaguely what had happened. Just that a plane crashed into a building. I mean, super vague. And I couldn't get back to sleep even though I worked the night before and had to work that night. So I decided, heck with it. I'm going to get up, play some games. Because I was playing a lot of Game Boy games on my television because I have a player that you could buy and screw onto the bottom of your GameCube that you could put your Game Boy games in. And oh, really, Keith? Wow. And so I was going to get up and do that, or play one of my GameCube games. I don't remember what I was getting ready to play because I couldn't fall back asleep. I was annoyed. I'm like, all right, fine. I'll just get up and play games till I get tired and take a nap for work tonight. Turned on the news just in time to see live on television the second plane hit. And yeah, I didn't play much video games that day. I kind of stayed up and watched in shock like everybody else. Oh, jeez, Keith. In other words, kaboom, and half of Keith's stuff was gone. You, you kind of feel bad, but not really, Jones. Yeah, yeah. A friend of mine up in Northern California was in the hospital having her daughter that day. So her daughter's birthday, her birth date is September 11th, 2001. So, yeah. Well, I had worked the night before, got off work around somewhere between 11 p.m. and like 1 a.m. And, you know, of course, being 3 hours earlier than the East Coast where it happened, you know, here it was like, what, between 9 and 10 a.m. there. So it was like between like 6 and 7 here. So I hadn't been asleep all that long when my idiot brother woke me up. Because what annoyed me was, you know, he wakes me up all frantic. A plane hit a building. And I was like, what? He's like, I gotta go to work. And he out the door because he worked at the same place I did, only he was working mornings back then. I was working nights. And I was like, hey, what in the world? And back then, it wasn't super uncommon for like a small plane to like run out of fuel or have technical problems and kind of crash land at like a shopping mall here in California. So it did not at first seem worthy of waking me up from a sound sleep when I was trying to sleep from work and for work. And then I got up and realized just how much of a severe understatement that was. Yeah. It was quite a shocking day. No less shocking and emotional watching YouTube videos of the actual events that were caught on camera now, all these years later. Craziness. Oh, come on, autosave. There you are. That's what I was looking for. Right there. see how much you miss if I do that. Not much. Oh, now you are. All right. Scratch that idea. I mean, I don't care if I miss some, but yeah. Oh, I know, Gabe. It wasn't gonna like 39. I would need a slower tractor to be able to go top speed and still not miss much. That's probably going to be the last heist of the night right there, guys. I think this is going to be one of the last passes of the night. Okay, that's not bad. Is it? Ooh. I have to keep that in mind. I'll be a little busy in the morning because we have our quarterly inspection at the house, but after that, yeah. I might shoot him a Discord DM or something. Well, it wasn't a big win, Spooky, but it was a win. Just barely. Aww. Earlier I got 3 of a kind, Spooky. Still a loss. So in case you're ever wondering, Sparkling Heart is a loss. So if you even get 1 Sparkling Heart, you can figure it's a loss, because 3 of them was. And Hacker Stick and I won the heist. Actually, hold on. Nah, not over here. I just checked the top over on Twitch. Oh well, there we go. Gabe still has hacked her way to numero uno. Pete's in 3rd, Paul's in 4th, Brewstick's 5th, Spooky's 6th, Moose is 7th, Clark Bar's 8, Jones is 9, and Farmer Jamie is 10. Okay then. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, I think when we get to the end of this pass, guys, we're going to call it a night. Don't forget, tomorrow night I will be on Twitch for the convoy, and then back here for my earlier night on Sunday, an hour earlier probably, at 7 p.m. Pacific for little farm sim multiplayer. Got some work to do on the server. Always. At least none of the bots are in the top 10. Finally. I don't plan on resetting them anytime soon because they're not that out of control on YouTube, and I'm not on Twitch often enough for it to really be a big deal. So I do want to maybe start some earlier streams over here on YouTube when I'm doing single player stuff, especially, so I could maybe squeeze in some late night shenanigans on Twitch, but just haven't found the time to work it out just yet, but we'll see. Of course, there will be some nights coming up, especially this fall, that I won't stream if you see me release a video in the morning or during the day. Now, you might see me release a short or two, but a YouTube short or two, but that probably won't replace a stream. But as I see the end of this row coming up in just a little bit, don't forget to do all those YouTube things, like, subscribe, ring the bell, comment, all those stuff. Thanks much, everybody. I do appreciate it. I'll see you on Twitch tomorrow night for ATS. Have a good night. And if you need anything, Gabe, you can DM me, vice versa, all that kind of stuff. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. I do appreciate it. Soon, hopefully, we'll hit that coveted 500 mark so we can get them 12-hour streams going, get some monetization going so you guys can be channel members, and I can do some members-only streams and other fun stuff, exclusives for channel members. Thanks for coming in and hanging out, Keith. Appreciate it, bud. Good to see you, Jones. All right. Rooster, we will help you when you're ready for it with computer questions. And thanks for telling me about Driver's birthday, because I'm going to use that information. All right, guys. It is 500 now on YouTube. The view hours and stuff like that hasn't really changed, but it's 500 for for YouTube now instead of 1,000. All right, you guys. Good night, Spooky. Good night, everybody. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow night on Twitch. Bye.